All right, so I told you guys how sometimes when you light your altar and you commune with your loved ones that you place on that altar, things around you start to happen sometimes. And so I'm gonna switch over and stop saying talk about it in third person and talk about it in first person, because I experience those things, and I don't know if everyone else does. But so like sometimes I'll try a new rum, and whenever I try the new rum, when I open up the bottle, the first shot goes to my grandmother. And the first shot always goes to my grandmother because when I was 21, my grandmother, I think I called home. I was somewhere, and she was like, we going to have a drink later. Or either she took me out for dinner, and then she said the next day we going to have a drink. And so whatever, when she told me, I was like, what are you talking about? You my grandmother, I'm not going to have no drink with you, right? So she said that, and so I was like, okay. So I finally, because the next day she reminded me, and I was like, okay, she really want me to go and have a drink with her. And so my grandmother, she was no stranger to a bar, honey, let's just put it like that. And she called me. I believe I was somewhere. I had a cell phone, I know I did. And so she called me and she said, I'm at the bar waiting on you. And when I got there, she was already like 2 drinks in. And I was like, how you gonna start without me? How you invite me somewhere and start without me? So anyways, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm reminiscing about my grandma because I miss her and I love her. And I'm getting ready to tell you this story so I can help you to understand why I love her so much. So anyways, this is two stories in one. She taught me how to go to the bar, and she taught me how to order a drink. And see, this was the lesson inside of the fun. She said that if you're going to be a lady and you're going to go to the bar and order a drink, I'm going to teach you how to order a drink in the proper manner, okay? Because she said, people order your drinks for you sometimes and they don't get it right. And she said sometimes you're by yourself and you need to know how to order a drink. She said that's something that you need to learn how to do. Now, I don't know if y'all agree with that or not. I don't care. She taught me the proper way. And she taught me how to go in expensive bars and how to sit and who to look for if you're single and who not to look for. I was like, my grandma, I know the game. Okay, so we get to the bar. She teaches me, and she said, she always told me, like, if you don't want sugar, you want to drink Bacardi because it don't have no sugar in it. If you want to drink this because of that, this and that. And I was like, I cannot believe my grandma is literally schooling me and giving me the game of being at the bar, right? Okay, so we order our drink. I had 2 drinks that night with my grandma, and I was like, damn. Now, keep in mind, I'm 21 years old. So this was probably like 2004 or 5, 4 or 5, 6. I moved out here when I was 22, okay? Yeah, so between 2005, 2006, right? So she taught me that, right? Okay, now this is the second part of the story, which made me want to think to even record this video. She says, we going across town. So when we used to go across town, we would go to her sister's house, and we all, even as kids, would have fun over there. You know what I'm saying? The adults would be in the house doing their thing. We'd be outside playing or whatever. And then when we got a little older, we was allowed to go in the house. You know what I'm saying? My ass was nosy anyways, because I would always find a reason to go from the backyard to the front, but I'd always take the house because I always want to know what's going on. And then I'd be trying to scoot through there and make it seem like it wasn't me, and my aunt would always catch me and be like, walk your ass through here again, And she threatened me with a knife all the time because she always talking about cutting people. This is my grandmother's sister, okay? So one night my grandma gets over there and she gets towed up. And she says, my aunt and somebody told her to slow it down. And she was like, I ain't got to worry about nothing. Because my granddaughter gonna drive me home, and I had never drove a car. This was before 21. Like, I had never drove this car, right? So I was like, what? I had to be like 14. I was like, what? So she was like, yeah, she gonna drive me home. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, so you gonna be the drunk person and we both go there, because I don't know how to get us. I'm talking about, I was cross town. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had to go through hoods. We had to go through good neighborhoods eventually, but we had to go through hoods first, railroad tracks, small turns. We had to do everything. And when she said that, all that shit just flashed before me. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to do this whole drive home like this with this drunk lady who. So she says I'm gonna drive her home, right? So I drove her home. Railroad tracks, hoods, good neighborhoods, bad neighborhoods. Put my seatbelt on, said a prayer, and rolled out. Okay. Got us to the house. But I thought about her today because this older lady just was taking so long to get out of this parking spot. And I was just thinking to myself, like, sometimes my grandmother could drive like a bat out of hell, and sometimes she drove like an old grandma. And this lady in front of me did the same thing. And I just started laughing because I was thinking about all the times we had. So the point to this is don't forget your people, man. When you light your altar, remember those times and talk about those times with your loved ones that you placed up on that altar. Take that time to do that, because those are the bonds. That's the energy. That's the connection that you're going to need to get through to them. Do it. Do it. I do it all the time. I don't give a damn who. And you know, one or two times my boyfriend said, I talked to your mom's picture. I said, don't be in here talking to my mama. And I put these pictures out here for you to talk to her. I said, I can't be selfish with the spirits though. I can't be selfish. So I just, you know, if he want to say hi to her, I let him say hi. But I said, don't be in here holding no conversations with my mama. And I just thought that was so funny, because something that my mom did in the past, it reminded me, you know, of her. So yeah, you guys, that's that, man. My grandma taught me how to go to the bar and order a proper drink. Salute to her. And she also taught me how to drive somewhat, even if it wasn't in a bad situation. My mom taught me how to drive too. She did donuts and would race fast cars and shit. My mom had been in car accidents. My mom was she could drive. My mom could drive her ass off. And so I credit any type of whip game I have to my mama. But my grandma, she put me on that highway drunk, and I was scared. So that's the story. I thought about that today. But when you light your altar, those are the type of things that can happen. You can have breakthroughs, you can have level ups, and we need to vibrate as high as possible right now. That is important. So in order for us to be able to keep up with all the changes in the technology in the ecosystem of this world, we need to be able to vibrate as high as possible. So let's continue to keep our altars lit. They help us. They help with our vibration. They help us. I can't say it no more. Just keep pushing on. It had to be things that happened in the past. Your people was the people that made it. That's why you here. I'm the people that's here right now, and I'm gonna make it to the next level so I can say, damn, I remember when that happened back in 2020. So get to the next level and keep your vibration high. Read books, eat good, where's your crystals, incorporate diet and exercise. We can do it. We can make it to the next level. I don't want a whole bunch of us to come up out of this 10 pounds heavier because we've been in the house. Let's stay on that good regimen and let's do what we have to do. That's all I have to say. I know this was long, and I know I was cracking up because I was remembering my grandma. That's the good things about us. So peace and blessings.